Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and we're at Mark Miller's Subaru today. And first off, we're going to be checking out the all-new 2018 Subaru Legacy. This particular one is the 3.6R, so it's got the bigger motor in it, and it is a 50th anniversary edition as well. But let's just get right into the video. Looking under the hood here, we have Subaru's 3.6 liter H6, which puts out 256 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque, and that goes to all four wheels completely symmetrically. And this engine is rated for 20 miles per gallon around town, 28 on the highway, and then 23 combined. And then if we finish looking at things up front, we can see Subaru's signature chrome grille with their star logo right up front, and we can see these very attractive LED lights with the projector bulbs. But overall, the styling on this is very, very attractive, and it has a very modern design to it. And since this particular one is a 50th anniversary edition that you can get here, it does come with the rims that are specialized for that. You do get the 50th anniversary edition badging, and you do get a few more goodies on the interior, but I think these rims look very nice, and they match the chrome bits on the front end of the vehicle as well. If we come around back, we can see the trunk of the Legacy, which has a ton of space. And something that I love about these Subarus is they come with the regular cloth mats, but then they also come with those rubber mats. Most other brands make you buy them, but Subaru gives those to you anyways, and these do have those nice 50th anniversary edition mats to them as well. You can finish looking at things at the back with these nice tail lamps, and you do get that dual exhaust on the back as well. This does come with remote start, so you just got to press this button on the key fob twice, make sure the car is locked, and it'll start right up for you. Now coming around to the back, we can see this nice stitching that comes with that package that we were talking about, and you do get heated seats in the back here. You do get a little power station that has the little USBs, but overall, I mean, this has plenty of space. You got this little armrest pull out right there, and if we step in height is really easy. And I mean, this is actually, I have the car set where I drive it, and I've got plenty of leg room back here, so it's quite spacious in the back, and those heated seats are a nice addition to it as well. Now if we come around to the front, it does have that keyless entry. You just got to press that once to lock it or unlock it. It's the same function. You're going to get your nice window controls there. You got your power adjustments for the seats, and then you do have all the safety tech that this comes with. As you can see, you have the blind spot monitoring, you have the lane departure assist, you do have the forward collision warning and braking, and this does have reverse collision warning and braking as well, which is super nice. This does have the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, which I'd say is probably my favorite sound system in the market right now. And we can see all of the nice controls on the steering wheel here. You got your radio controls over here, your controls for the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, all there. And then obviously your phone controls. It does have these nice paddles mounted on the back of the steering wheel, because even though this is a CVT transmission, you actually can shift through 6 kind of mimic speeds. It's not a true 6-speed automatic because it is a CVT, but they kind of mimic that with the manual shifts. And here's that gear selector that you'd use, and you have the little parking brake right there. You've got a glove box with plenty of space, more of those 50th anniversary edition logos on the seats. And then if we press that, they give you extra storage, little auxiliary USB 12 volt in there. All your analog controls for the climate. It is a dual zone climate. You get heated seats up for the front. This touchscreen, which we'll go over in a second. And then you do get this nice felt line glove box, and they do have a little bit of stitching on the dash with a lot of soft touch up there. To start up the 2018 Legacy, all you gotta do is put your foot on the brake, push the push start button, and that H6 will fire right up. You notice that they have this nice digital instrument cluster. You got your tachometer on the left hand side, you got your speedo on the right hand side, but you can scroll through all the little options up here. You can kind of customize that little center screen right there, what you wanted. And then here is the digital readout for the radio. This is going to have the navigation if it's equipped with navigation, and it's super easy to use. It's a very responsive touchscreen, probably one of the most responsive that I've seen to date. And overall, this interface is actually really easy to use. And then to wrap things up, you do get your sunroof in here, and the controls for it are right there with your little sunglass holder. One thing I did forget to mention when I was going over the features on the car was it does have a nice backup camera with the trajectory lines. And I mean this is as good as it gets in terms of backup camera quality. It's like HD basically. So let's set off here in the all-new 2018 Subaru Legacy, and this is actually a vehicle that I very much considered before I got the Impreza that I have right now, just because I love the styling on it, and it is the little bit bigger engine, a little bit bigger car, but overall these, I mean, they've come so far with this brand. I mean, they've got so many nice materials. Everything is soft touch in here. Everything feels nice. Everything feels high, you know, high quality to touch. And so overall, they've come so far with the interiors on these. And you know, Subaru is obviously very famous for their all-wheel drive system that's completely symmetrical, and also the engines that they use the flat 4s and the flat 6s, H6s. But yeah, you know, first driving off this, super smooth ride quality, and that all-wheel drive grips really, really well. Something that really attracted me to this brand, and obviously why I love the Porsches too, is those horizontally opposed engines, or the flat type engines. Because of how the cylinders are put into the engine bay and how they're placed, then it can allow for the engine to be a lot lower in the car, lower center of gravity, and so it makes these cars a lot safer to drive in inclement weather conditions. The all-wheel drive is going to help with that, and then the fact that the engine's so low down into the car and that lower center of gravity, it makes it a lot easier to control, especially if you're in a little bit scary conditions. The thing about these flat type engines is usually because they develop torque and power higher up in the RPM, usually kind of, you know, expect a little bit of a lag when you get in the throttle response, but this actually has a decent enough amount of power that I don't have to get on the throttle all that much for the vehicle to start moving, which I'm really impressed with. And so I actually really like the fact that you can kind of just cruise along and you don't have to rev the whole engine out to get moving. They've really come a long way with these engines too, with how they still are rev happy, and you can still rev it out and hear that nice sound, especially from an H6. But it's nice that they've got a decent enough low-end power that you don't really have to just full throttle all the time just to get around in traffic. So we're gonna go on the interstate here just to get a little bit of an acceleration, just to see how this performs on the interstate as well. And just going on it, that transmission is actually really responsive, and it actually, when you get on it, it downshifts, you know, decently quick. And this actually has quite a bit of power. I'm really surprised. Oh, and the lane departure came on, so it's trying to keep me safe. But yeah, I'm actually surprised how quick this is. This car, I looked at the power figures and I didn't think that was a ton, but it's more than enough for this vehicle. I mean, it gets up and it goes really quickly. So I'm very surprised by that. I actually really like that about this. Paddles are actually really responsive as well. I was using the paddles for a little bit, and the gear shifts are actually a lot quicker than I expected them to be. Subaru did a really good job with this transmission. I mean, CVTs haven't had the best name in the past. You know, they've always just been known for getting really good gas mileage, but yeah, this transmission is actually pretty responsive as well. And so to wrap things up with my overall impressions on this vehicle, I would say that if you're in the market for a sportier type sedan, then obviously the 3.6 liter R is the one to go for. And I would definitely check these out. Obviously their standard all-wheel drive system is It's absolutely fantastic. And this is a really good option to go for. It's got a ton of tech features that you can get. And this, I actually really like this 50th anniversary. I imagine in the future these are going to have a bit of a price premium over the regular ones, just because of the limited production with them, and you know how they are a little bit more unique compared to a regular Legacy. But yeah, if you're in the market for a sedan, even if you don't need the all-wheel drive, I would still check one of these out, just because of the equipment that they come with now, how safe they are, how reliable these cars are. It's definitely a good bet, and you're not giving up all that. You're not really giving up anything on the driving experience, because these cars are actually really sporty as well. And there we have it, the all-new 2018 Subaru Legacy. Again, special thanks to Mark Miller Subaru with providing us with this awesome car. You can actually pick this up at their Midtown location in Murray, Utah. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Comment down below what you thought. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. And I will see all of you in that next video.